Welcome, KSL Gang. Welcome KSL gang. Today we're going to be reviewing Brightest Bloom Body Care from Bath & Body Works. We're also going to be doing some layering combinations. I waited a little bit to do my review on this one because the scent notes were different, I believe, on the perfume and the rest of the body care. Now they have updated, and I believe the notes are the same on all the products now. And they are Lily of the Valley, Jasmine Sambac, Garden Carnations, and Fresh Cedarwood. Starting out with the fragrance mist, this opens up with a heavy floral green and slightly sweet. The jasmine brings another layer of sweetness, but it also has a musky aroma. And then you have more floral with the carnations, like it's going to be heavily floral all the way through from the opening to the dry down. But it's not so much floral where it's just too much for me. Like I said, I do get some sweetness and a slight fruitiness to it. Even as it starts to dry down, it's this metallic freshness. But you also get that cedarwood, and that was definitely needed to kind of break up all the floral to give it something to hold on to. Now, if it would have just been all floral notes, I think it would have been just overly floral. The cedarwood is definitely what made me get a lot of the products in this collection, because it just turned to this really beautiful bouquet of flowers, and then with this fresh woody dry down. This smells highly perfuming. Another reason why I loved it, because it smells so similar, close to Daisy from Marc Jacobs. This could be maybe a dupe for it. It might be spot on for some people. If not the actual scent of Daisy, it definitely has the body of it. Like, it is heavily floral, but it got the sweetness in there. But it also has the dry down of the cedarwood, and I think that's why they're so similar. It's a nice bit of that heavy floral on the opening. On the dry down, it's nice and woody. They both have that same profile. I mean, if you want to go all out full force, you can definitely pair those. It stayed strong for a couple of hours, and it started getting a skin scent more towards the 3.5 hours, but it lasted around a total of 5 hours, where I would need to reapply if I want like a more heavy smell to it. But that was just on the skin. On the clothes, it always latches and lasts even longer. As far as other fragrances I wanted to compare it to, I feel like I was getting some butterfly and poppy, maybe more so butterfly, and those two are way more sweeter and fruitier than Brightest Bloom. We're not going to go on the opening of those two. We're going to go more towards the dry down, because the dry down on Brightest Blooms, it's still floral, but it's still a little bit more sweeter. They all have different notes on them. I still feel like I was getting either one of those on the dry down. Not 100%, but you know, somewhere in there. But for the most part, it definitely smells very similar to Daisy. And with the perfume, I do feel like that is a bit more sweeter. Of course, the floor is not going anywhere, and I think that's where I was getting a little bit of butterfly and poppy, because on how the perfume performed. The fragrance mist is more floral, the perfume is more sweeter. That perfume is just gorgeous. Also, with the body lotion and body butter, I feel like they are more towards the perfume style when it comes to being more sweeter. And the moisturizing body wash, that's leaning towards more the body spray, where I get more green and floral in that one. This is just an all-around gorgeous spring fragrance, and I'm really surprised on how much I loved it. Next, we're going to jump into some layering combinations. First up, we have Perfect by Marc Jacobs. This one has that rhubarb, so it brings a lot more sweet and fruitiness to it. This one also has cedarwood but cashmere, so it has a warm woodiness to it, so it gives it a comforting edge. Very intoxicating together. Next, we have Bath & Body Works Fresh Vanilla Blossoms. Now that one has suede petals, soft sandalwood, and vanilla bean. Now the floral in Fresh Vanilla Blossoms is so soft and delicate. If you don't really pay attention, you will miss it. It's such a classy vanilla. Don't think sweet gourmand vanilla, without too much floral, without any other decadent sweetness, which I love. But this is just your everyday type of scent. It brings a cozy aroma to Brightest Bloom, and they pair beautifully together. Next, we have Vanilla Fields, which is a classic. It's like a time traveling type of fragrance. If you know Vanilla Fields, you know what I'm talking about. And I even kind of compared it to Fresh Vanilla Blossoms. Not like the same scent, identical, but the way that it's set up. Vanilla Fields is like your classic perfumey floral, got a little bit of sweetness in there. It's just like your perfect vanilla fragrance. Vanilla Fields, it's an oldie, it's not talked about enough, but whenever I can, I always try to bring it up. Next, we have Flower Bed by Finery. This combo is so feminine, it's pretty, it's lush, so girly. I think this one even got compared to Daisy or Chance. It's one of those. It has that apple aroma in there. And that's another thing. Brightest Blooms, I believe, would go with apple and pearsons. So I'm definitely going to play around with more of those. But these two together, top tier. And next, we got Green Apple from Dirty Soul Soap Co. Like I said, I wanted to play with some more apple scents, and this was perfect. But it added a candy twist to it. Because you know, Green Apple is a replica of a green Jolly Rancher. So this picture a beautiful smelling bouquet of flowers with a drizzle of a green candy apple scent on top. This probably has to be a top favorite combo. All these combos are bangers, but this is definitely a top favorite. It definitely brought more of my style into it when it comes to sweet, sugary scents. And next we have Tease Sugar Flirt, which I'm just hoping they bring back because I had to slow down on the perfume. I still have a full bottle of the fragrance mist. This is one of my top Victoria's Secret fragrances, period. And this one also has the apple scent in there. It's tart, it's sweet, it has a bubblegum note. So it's this bright, fresh, sweet scent. So I knew it was going to be so good with Brightest Bloom, and it did not disappoint. So intoxicating and irresistible. And next we have Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla. You have that warm, cozy vanilla cashmere mixed in with that floral. This is a fresh floral gourmand. Beautiful together. And it even tones down a bit of that greenness you get from Brightest Bloom. The last combo I want to share is from AV Glamour, and I got this one on Amazon a while ago, and for the longest it wasn't available, and this is like my second bottle on this one. As you can see, I'm already starting to make a dent, but I slowed down a little bit because it was out of stock for a while. I don't really hear anyone talking about this. They also have other scents within this collection. It's a classic, it's an oldie, but really good. This particular one reminds me of Bath and Body Works white t-shirt. Super clean and fresh. But I did find another seller on Amazon that carried this one. I did put it in my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. I'm like, this is going to be a super clean floral type of combo, and I know y'all that love those clean and fresh scents will absolutely love these two together. So as you can see, even though it's a heavily floral fragrance, it can match up with variety of different scent notes. More sweet, more fruity, more floral, or even gourmand. So definitely have fun with your combos and just try different things out. Okay guys, that's going to conclude my review and layering combinations for Bath and Body Works Brightest Bloom. Let me know, have you been enjoying this one? Have you tried it out? If you haven't tried it out, will you pick it up later? If you haven't already, subscribe and join the KSL gang. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey KSL gang, if you love cooking and watching cooking videos and super easy recipes, make sure you check out my main channel in Keke's Kitchen. I'll see you over there.